I'd like to introduce Karen, who's a great and talented young woman, and she can talk to you about the work she does in hypnosis and using horses to help people going through different issues.
Okay, I'm going to try to stand behind the podium so that I don't trip on the wires today. So I know that that would be fun for you guys, but a little less fun for me. I do work with equine experiential learning, which is incredibly interesting, and I would love to talk with you more about it. But today I'm going to focus on my work as a hypnotherapist. So for those of you who don't know what a hypnotherapist is, I'm the person who can render you unconscious by simply looking at you and then making you do things that you don't really want to do. That's right, I am the ultimate boogeyman all rolled into one, scam artist, cheat, liar, thief, and white-collar criminal all rolled into one. At least, that's the impression I get of the impression that people get when I tell them what I do for a living. These people may be surprised to know that hypnotherapists are actually quite benign. We use the tool of hypnosis to create the positive changes that people want in their lives. In hypnosis, you do not lose consciousness, you do not lose control, and I can never make you say or do anything that you don't want to do. However, there is something out there that does have a little bit more control of you than you may realize. There is something out there that may make you do things that you don't want to do. This thing is the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is what makes you smoke another cigarette after you say you've quit. Your subconscious mind is what makes you terrified of heights even when you know that you won't fall. Your subconscious mind is what sabotages your plans for success. And it's exactly the same thing that's yelling at me right now to knock it off because I'm giving it such a bad reputation. Well, okay, fair enough. The subconscious mind is not the boogeyman either. In fact, it is designed for your protection. It's designed for your survival. And it is 100% on board with you to achieving your goals. This is so important that I'm going to say it in the words of Dr. John Kappas, who is one of the founders of hypnotherapy. Your mind is a goal machine. Your mind is a goal machine. So you say to me, hey Karen, if my mind is a goal machine, why is it that I smoke that cigarette? Why is it that I sabotage my success? Well, the mind is a really interesting place. You can imagine it like a house with 2 rooms and a soundproof wall in between. In the one room, there's your own personal coach. This is someone who uses logic, reasoning, willpower, decision-making, and a loud voice to say things like, go exercise or get a job. Let's just say that your coach is saying to you, let's paint the walls red. And you say, okay, that sounds awesome. We're going to paint the walls red. Let's do it. Well, in the second room over here, you have some crazy custodian who has all of the controls for your house, all the buckets of paint, and all the paintbrushes. So she can't hear what the coach is saying over there. And she's looking around and saying, you know, I really like the color purple. I've always painted the walls purple. And there's no reason for me not to do it again. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. So she's over there with her headphones on, listening to her iPod, smoking a cigarette and painting the walls purple. And you're over there on the sideline saying, why the heck am I smoking this cigarette? Basically, the custodian is analogous to your subconscious mind, while the coach is representative of your conscious mind. Your mind is a goal machine, because your subconscious will follow whatever instructions that is there for it. It doesn't care if those instructions were from when you were 5, from your first date, from your first day of school. It's just going to follow whatever's there. So the problem is really that the conscious mind and the subconscious don't always have communication with each other, and those instructions don't necessarily get updated. So what we do in hypnosis is we kind of open a trap door in between the conscious and the subconscious mind to allow them to communicate with each other and then have both those parts working together towards achieving your goal. So as you might imagine, the subconscious has a little bit of a different reality than what we're really used to being in our conscious minds. So if you guys are willing, I'd like to do a little exercise with you that kind of gives you an idea of what the subconscious mind is like, how it works. So is there anyone who would like to do this exercise with me? Anyone at all? It's a group thing. We can all do it together. So you can do it if you like, or you can just watch. It's totally fine. But if you'd like to do this exercise, just go ahead and put everything down. Put your feet flat on the floor. So basically, most people have the ability to visualize or imagine, and if not, certainly to picture or pretend. We're going to get in touch with that ability because images and senses are the language of the subconscious mind. So go ahead and put your hands out in front of you with your palms up just a few inches apart. Go ahead and take a good look at your hands and your arms. And once you feel that you can get a picture of that in your mind's eye, go ahead and close your eyes and bring up that picture. And I want you to visualize and imagine that in your right hand, I've placed a very heavy object. And I keep on placing heavy objects in your hand. So heavy that that hand grows heavier and heavier and heavier, moving down and down and down. Visualize and imagine that in your left hand I've placed an object that's very, very light, lighter than the air itself. And it grows lighter and lighter, moving up and up and up. So go ahead and open your eyes and take a look at your hands. See what happened. Take a look at your neighbor's hand, see if there's anybody like this. Basically, this is a test of what we call suggestibility, which is the way that your mind takes suggestions. So you kind of got a feeling of how that went, kind of any, strange sensations if you were surprised about how far apart your hands went. But we're going to try it in another little different way. So just shake your hands out for a second. Yeah, there you go, okay. Go ahead and do that one more time. Arms out in front of you, palms up. And just close your eyes once you feel that you can get a picture of that in your head. And this time I just want you to think about the words heavy and light and see what happens. Okay, very good. You can go ahead and open your eyes and see what happened that time. See if it was different or the same. And this is all just information that we would use as hypnotherapists to get an idea of the way that your mind takes in suggestions. So if anyone has any questions, I will go ahead and take questions. Okay. Well, if not, I definitely have my information in the little gift bags for you guys. So you can feel free to check out my website, contact me, and I hope to hear from you guys again soon. It was great getting to know you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.